Okay, everybody. Good
Hi.
morning.
Hi.
Welcome to portrait painting class, portrait painting workshop today. My name is Pablo Contriciani. I am an artist, a visual artist, and also an art instructor. I usually teach the painting classes for Ulay Arts. And today, thanks to Ulay Arts, we are making a portrait painting workshop. It's going to be 2 classes. And we're going to learn a step-by-step process to do portrait. I hear noise. Somebody can mute the microphone. I hear some noise. Right. Thank you to Ulay Arts. This class is a free class. At the same time, Ulay Arts is organizing a public fund relief for artists that were affected with COVID-19. I just put in the chat a link that you can make a donation. Can be any amount that you feel. But this money is going to go directly to artists that are affected for COVID-19. Ulay Art is the organizer. You have it in the chat. Also, you have in the chat the painting we are going to paint, the portrait we're going to paint. And then what you can do is, if you don't have it, we send it to you a few days ago. But if you don't have the image, you can download in your computer and print it, or just keep it in your computer. Because it's in the chat, but when the class finishes, it's not in the chat anymore. And then this is an opportunity for you to save this image in your computer. Okay, as I mentioned before, we're going to learn a step-by-step process to do a painting. I know some of you have painted with me or have painted, but not specifically portrait, and some of you are beginners. Then I am going to make, not only we're going to make a painting of a portrait, we have to understand the process to make a portrait. Because what I want is, when this is finished, I still continue listening noise. With this workshop finished, what I want is you be able to do other portrait, make a practice with something similar that we're going today, maybe a portrait, a painting portrait, or maybe your own portrait, maybe a self-portrait. But the idea is that you learn a process to make a portrait. And when you learn that process, you practice a couple of times, and then you already are able to do any portrait you want to do. Okay? We're going to do the number one portrait for you today. And probably we are recording the class, and then a few days later you're going to have a link for the class, and you can review the class. Then you memorize the process. Okay, you don't have to memorize, you have to really practice. You have to do like 2-3 portraits more, and then you know the process. The process is very simple, and what I am going to do today, this class, is we are going to practice first a drawing. We're going to make a drawing portrait based in the portrait we're going to paint. It's not going to be a sketch of the same portrait, but it's going to be a frontal portrait face. We are going to do a frontal portrait face. And then we're going to apply the drawing method when we're going to draw the portrait in the canvas and after we paint it. Okay? Then, it's going to be very simple. You're going to need just a regular sheet of paper like this and a pencil. Okay? I think Catherine, you already made this because you came to my drawing for the class, but it's going to be a reminder. Okay? We are going to make a frontal face. I'm going to give you the method. It's very simple. Even if you never draw a portrait, it's going to be very simple to do it. All the faces are different. There are not two same faces in the whole planet. We are millions of inhabitants in this planet. There are not two faces same. Even twin brothers, twin sisters, they don't have the same face. But all the faces at the same time have some similarities, some common denominators, some characteristics that are the same in every face. This is the proportions. There are some proportions in the face that are the same. And this is what we are going to study in this drawing portrait. I'm going to give you these similarities. Then, when you learn this method, you can do any portrait you want. You just change the features. The features are different in every person. The size of the eyes, the size of the nose, how the mouth is, how the shape of the face is. This is changing. But the proportions are the same. Okay? And we are going to study the proportions. Then, this is the guy that we are going to draw. It's not me. Okay? Looks like me, no? But it's not me. And this is the final result, okay? It's a kind of, it's not a real person, it's a kind of prototype. And the first step, I'm gonna explain you step by step. I explain you and you do it. And I give you some time, we do next step. I give you some time, we do next step. This is gonna be no more than 15, 20 minutes, okay? Because we have to do the painting. The first step is going to be, you're gonna draw an egg shape or an oval. You see, it's almost the same size of your paper. Just leave some space around, don't touch the border. And we're gonna make a middle line. The middle line is going to really serve us to control that this side is the same than this side. You see, the oval, the left side is the same than the right side because I have this middle line, correct? And also, the faces, all the faces are symmetrical. That means that this half is the same than the other half. I have two similar eyes, same size, same shape, and they are in the same position. There is no one eye higher than the other one. They are in the same, it's like, I can do this. I can fold it, and this side is gonna be exactly the same than the other side. That is all the faces. All the faces are going to be like that. This is the concept of symmetry. When one side is the same than the other side. All right? Okay. And then an oval shape and a middle line. The next step is going to be the proportions. We are going to divide the oval in three similar equal parts. This part is the same as that part, and that part is the same as that part. This is two lines. We have to make two horizontal lines, dividing by eye. You don't need to do a ruler. By eye, the three areas of the face. The three different areas. And this last shorter line here is the line of the mouth. The line of the mouth is in the lower part of the oval and is a quarter from here and 3/4 from the end of the egg. 1/4 from here, 3/4 from here. It's not in the middle. It's a little higher than the middle between these two lines. All right? That is what I was mentioned before about the proportions. These proportions are in all the faces. Okay, and then if you know to do that, after you can draw any face you want. The next step is going to be the eyes. You see, the eyes are located in the first line. The first line is really the eyebrows. The eyes are not here, are lower than there. The eyebrows are in the line. And then after the eyebrows, a little lower, we have the two eyes. You can make a line too, because the two eyes are in the same line. Also, the two eyes are in the same distance from the center, from the middle line. That's why the middle line is very important. It's our reference. You see? And the separation between the two eyes is like if we have an imaginary third eye here. All right? The two eyes, the shape of the eyes is like the shape of an almond, correct? And be careful to do the same shape and the same size of each eyes. Because the faces, you see that the eyes, there is no one eye bigger than the other one. I mean, in a normal face. And then we have to keep that. We have the eyelid in the superior part of the eye, and we have the pupil in the center. All right? After to make this drawing, it's gonna be easier to do the drawing in the painting, the drawing in the canvas where we are going to do our painting. It's gonna be easier to do that. Okay, everybody set? We can continue?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Next step is going to be the nose. The nose is in the second line. It's finished in the second line, you see? In my drawing, I have like the eyes still there. And this is the relationship. But you see, this is the nose. Also, the middle line divide the nose in two. This side is the same on the other side, okay? The middle line allow us to control the symmetry of the nose. That is a big semicircle in the center and two small semicircles for the holes and two smaller semicircles at the end. The nose was easy compared with the eyes, correct? And then we go to the next step. Ready? The next step is the mouth. You see, we made the line. We made the middle line first. Now we have to do the superior or the upper lip and the lower lip. The upper lip is more skinnier and is finished with this part that I exaggerate a little bit. And the lower lip is thicker and more curvy, more mushy. All right. These two lines that I made with points, you don't have to draw them. This is help us to know where the mouth finished. These two lines are these two lines. You see, the mouth finish when it's the beginning of the iris of the eyes, the beginning of the pupil of the eyes. Okay.
Mm.
That's why we have the two lines. Then you already draw the eyes and then try to make that connection. And this half should be same size than the other half. Same size and same shape too. Okay? Everybody set?
Yes. Can I see the eyes again, Pablo? Thank you.
All right. Let's go to the next step is the ears. You see, we have the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Now we're gonna make the ears. The ears, you see, if you see my profile, they are wide, but if you see front face, they are very narrow, skinny.
So they start above the eye.
They start
Nose.
the same line on the eyes are, and they finish where the nose is. It's in the between these two middle lines, a little lower, where the eyes are. Okay, and this is a close-up of an ear. And then you see it bigger. All right? I mean, we are not going to go to the details of the anatomy because
we have
to do amazing. But we're going to make a drawing portrait class probably in July. There's going to be 3 classes. And we're going to make different position of the face. It's going to be focusing portrait. Features, we're going to draw the features, the mouth, the nose, the eyes in detail. We're going to shade the portrait. That is going to be probably, yes, in July. It's going to be in July. It's going to be Wednesdays morning. I think it's going to be 3 or 4 classes. But there, if you are interested in portrait and explore more drawing portrait, we're going to be more specific. You're going to study the anatomy of the face. All right? Here, I just wanted to let you know a little about portrait. How to draw it first, to have an idea. Okay, then we finish the ear, probably. Not sure. You need to see it more? No? Yes? And after the ear, for the people that already finished the ear, we have to do the neck. You see, usually people do the neck a little too, it's not wide enough. You see, the neck is where the eye finish, is the line of the neck. All right?
The neck is where the eye finishes.
Where the eye finish is going to be the line of the neck. And after that, the haircut. You see? After that, the haircut. See, this guy has kind of a 90 90s haircut. Cover part of the forehead. Now, suppose that you are drawing somebody. You're drawing the portrait of somebody. You're drawing my face, suppose. Then you have this, correct? You finish that. That is the structure. Now, what you have to do is you have to reshape, because my face is not an oval, correct? I have a different kind of shape, not exactly like an oval. And then you reshape the oval according with the shape of the person you are drawing. You understand? And for example, suppose you have, well, any kind of portrait. If you are drawing a woman, or if you're drawing a man, or if you're drawing a young man or an older man, it's different, the shape of the face. You have to adapt it. The oval is to start, is the structure, okay? After that, we want to reshape it. We want to erase it. The same with these lines. We're not going to keep these lines. These lines, the middle line, the two middle lines, horizontal, we're going to erase it when we finish the face. And also, after you reshape the face, the shape of the face, you have to do the features according with the person you're drawing. This is a kind of prototype. Maybe the nose on the person you are drawing is bigger or smaller, or the mouth longer, okay? Or the ears smaller or bigger. Those things are changing. What is not changing is the structure. The structure is to start, the beginning of the portrait. All right, let me see how you made it. Doesn't matter if it's not finished. Let's go one by one. Okay. Hey, looks like me. Good job. Muy bien. Vamos a Eleonor. Muy bien. A little overweight, but well. Good job, Eleonor. Catherine. Muy bien, Catherine. Hey. You were practicing? No. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome aboard again. Kathleen, muy bien. Good job. Bill. Good job, Bill. Such a ears you made, big ears.
I had problems with the ears, yes.
Maybe because the middle proportion was a little long.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. That is a sketch. We're gonna make now the portrait. I see. I don't know your name. I see you. Oh, I know who I am. Which? I don't see your name in the screen, but you took a class with me. I remember.
Dennis, is it me?
Yes, I don't remember the name.
Dennis.
Dennis. Yes. Okay.
Long ears as well.
But you didn't make portrait. You made a still life. I remember that.
Yeah.
You made a still life. You made the landscape. How are you doing? Good.
Good, good, thanks.
Good to see you again, Dennis.
Good to be here. Appreciate it.
Dennis, Robert. Okay, looks good, Robert. The neck is a little, has to be wider. Let's go briefly to everybody because it's not gonna be a drawing class. Let me see yours, Rosalind. I see your face, but not the photo. Good work, Rosalind. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good work. And then Lila. Okay, looks nice. Looks nice. The nose a little smaller, but looks good.
Pablo, what I think is important is we learn about these lines, you know, these lines, because that is what happens to me. The problem, I mark this because I see, now you say my nose is small because it's not in the same line of the eyes. So I start to make the lines to try to make more like a proportional, you know what?
Yes, the nose has to be a little wide.
A little bigger, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have to go until the beginning of the eye.
Yes.
All right. You have to go like this.
Right. That's what I make the lines. I don't know if you can see the lines.
Yeah, I saw it. But it's okay. Good job. Remember that this was a sketch for the paint. Eleanor, you made it? More in the middle. Put the drawing more in the middle of the, yes. Okay, good job.
Okay.
Good job,
Okay.
Eleanor. Let me go to Mary. Mary, good job, Mary. All right. Very important, guys, this, when you make the 3 lines, Maritza. Okay, Maritza, looks good. The nose is a little wide, too wide.
Mm.
Very important, guys, when you make these 2 lines, that the proportions has to be same. Because if you make this too bigger than the other 2, and then the distance between the eyes and the nose is too long, it's gonna make a very long nose. Then this proportion should be similar. Okay? Let's continue. Maritza, Maria. Maria is not there.
I'm there. Something is wrong with my laptop video, but so there's another square of me. There's another Mario Villas there with a video.
Ok. Beatriz, un poquito más alto. Está bien, Beatriz, muy bien. El cuello muy ancho. The neck is too wide. Let me show you. You see? You made the neck here.
I think you're looking at the hair, not the neck. It's a girl.
Oh, all right. All right. Sorry. Let's come back. Maria. Okay, good. Muy bien, María. Good job. Marilyn. Okay, good job. Yeah, it's good. Okay. I mean, I just want to make a good sketch to be ready. Hi, Anik, how are you? Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Very good. I just guy wants you to make a good sketch to be ready to do the portrait painting. Hi, Dorian. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, sorry.
No problem. Okay, looks nice. Good job. Ariana.
Hi, Pablo.
Okay, good. Good job. Georgia. I don't see it, Georgia. It's a little, yeah, perfect. Have to do some hair with a bald guy. Good job. Good job. And then Linda.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you explain the ear a little bit better? How to do the ears?
correct. You know, it's not a drawing class. I don't want to go so much in detail because we have
Right,
to do a
but
painting.
there were a couple marks on the ears, like inside the, like there was another line here that was hair, I
I think
guess.
your ear is correct, or we pretend,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And what is next? Say. Okay, good job. Very good. And Iliana.
I have a question.
Okay.
Does the 1/4 of the inch goes to the top of the mouth, or is the line of the mouth?
No. Let me explain you. But you made a good portrait. Just let me explain you. And I'm going to explain to also a little bit of the ear. You see, the line of the mouth, not the lips. The line is a 1/4 from the other line. You understand now?
Okay.
It's the
Yes.
line, not the lips. The line, when you make these two lines, you make the line of the mouth, is the middle line of the mouth. That is in a 1/4 of the other line. This is the line of the nose. For the nose finish, the nose finish here. This is a 1/4 from the nose and 3/4 from the chin. All right?
Okay. Okay.
Then when
Oh, so mine's too low.
you made the lips, the two lips, this lip, the upper lip, is narrow than the lower lip. The lower lip is thicker than the upper lip, and also is more curvy. It's like a big curve in the center. The upper lip finished with a little, I made it to exaggerate. Maybe this part is not so big in the mouth. You see my mouth? I have it. But it's not so strong like I make here. Well, it's close. You see? But this line, the middle line is the most important because you see much more my middle line than the two lips. Because this middle line, if I open my mouth, it's darker than the lips. It's like dark like my eyes, correct? That's why the middle line is the most important. When you have the location of the middle line, you made the two lips. Let me come back to the ear before. This is the ear. Again.
Oh.
You see, you have this part. It's that part. It's all cartilage. I don't know if I pronounce well.
Cartilage.
Cartilage. You have that part, you have that part. Okay. But the important thing is the proportion. It's very narrow and very long. The upper part is a little wider than the lower part, and it has this lobe here. Right? All right. Now we are ready to do our painting. But first, we have to draw the portrait. I'm going to show you the painting and what we have to draw, okay? Then, this is gonna be our painting. You see, it's a frontal portrait, correct? We are gonna do this to draw in the canvas this. We're gonna draw the same process, okay? But I am going to do it with you. You don't have to stop, okay? I just want to tell you that this picture, there is like a kind of grill. We don't have to do a grill in our canvas. Okay, we're gonna make just midline.
What? What did it say? Pablo, you said it's a what? Grid?
Yeah, no a grill to make a barbecue. A grill.
A grid. Grid.
Oh, sorry, I say a grill. A grill is for the barbecue. A grill for the drawing. All right. You see, I
So
learned,
we should use our canvas
I am
now,
learning
right?
with you. I'm learning new things with you.
Afterwards,
Okay.
we'll have a barbecue.
Let me explain you. I'm gonna show you before we start. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the different portraits to have an idea, to give you a little bit of brief how other artists make portraits. But this portrait we're going to make is not the whole painting. This is a detail. This is a detail of the portrait. I like this detail because you see the strokes. You see well how the artist made it. You see the different strokes he made. Okay? It's easier to emulate. You see the beard, for example, the strokes on the beard, the different colors he used. We are gonna do it. That is not going to be very difficult. It's going to be challenged, but it's not going to be very difficult to do because it's just about the face. You don't have to do anything else. Okay? But this painting, as I mentioned before, is a painting from the artist André Derain, that was one of the FOB artists. This is the whole painting.
Oh, wow. Yes, I've seen that.
It's better with the whole painting.
See? This is the whole painting. But I don't want you to make the whole painting because I want you to focus in the face. This is important. Not the pipe, not the t-shirt. We want to focus in the face. And also here, the colors are not very well accurate. They are not, you don't see the strokes. You don't see how the artist made it. Like here, you see? Here is more precise. That's why you're gonna make this piece, okay? Then, this is a painting from Caravaggio. Caravaggio is from the Renaissance. In the Renaissance, the paintings were very realistic. Remember, in those years, there was no photography. The painters used to represent the reality. We can see how people in those years how were the clothes, how they look because of the painting. The paintings was the documents that allow us to see how people live in those years. Now we don't need that anymore because we have photography. Photography came in 1860. More or less where Van Gogh, this is a portrait of Van Gogh, in the years that Van Gogh appears. You see, the portrait of Van Gogh is not so realistic like the other one we saw before, correct? He exaggerated the color, he exaggerated the texture. He doesn't pretend to make a realistic portrait of him. It's more an expressionist portrait. It's more about his feelings, what he was thinking in that moment. Here is it's an emotional portrait. All right? Now, this is Paul Gauguin. Paul Gauguin, the same area of Van Gogh, the same years. You see, it's about the colors. He combined different colors in the face. He exaggerated the colors, like the green here, like more or less the portrait we are going to make. All right? This is a Picasso. It's years after. It's the beginning of modern painting. Modern painting. You see, the portrait is not realistic at all. Correct? He made like two noses. He cut the face in the middle and reproduced the other half. All right? We're not gonna make that because it's too complicated for you to learn to make a portrait. This is an artist, this contemporary artist. The name is Elizabeth Peyton. And she is an artist based in New York. You see, her portraits are very psychological. They are realistic, but not hyper realistic. It's more about also an emotional state that she wants to reflect in her portrait. This is another contemporary artist, Alice Neal. Alice, she made portraits very, not completely realistic too. It's about, she plays with the color and also plays with the psychology of the person she wants to make a portrait. Okay? All right. We are going to come back to our, this is André Derain, is one of the artists from the post-impressionist movement called the Fauves. That was Henri Matisse in that movement. They exaggerate colors. They really use very, very saturated, strong colors in their paintings. If they make a portrait, rather than do realistic colors, they exaggerate the colors, like in this case. All right. Then we're going to start with the drawing. And then everybody has this image?
Yes.
All right. For this drawing, you're going to need
Should we start?
a canvas because it's a square. It's not a rectangle.
Okay.
It's a square, correct? Everybody has a square canvas or no?
No, I have a rectangular.
But we could put tape on it, right?
I ordered it, but it didn't come in time. So I've
Okay,
got it.
what you are going to do, I will tell you what to do. Don't worry. Remember to print, if you have a
Pretty good.
Hi. Hi. Bob.
What are we
Hi.
doing?
Okay, let me stop share. Okay. If you have a rectangle, like me, for example, what you have to do is take the measurement, how high is 16, and then you go 16 here, and you make a tape. All right? You don't have to put your colors yet. We're gonna make the drawing first. Don't put the colors.
What do you want us to do?
You don't have to put your colors yet. We're gonna make the drawing. Then I'm gonna tell you when you have to put the colors. Now we're gonna focus in the drawing, okay? Okay. Everybody's ready?
Pablo.
All right.
Yes. Sí, me desconecté. I got disconnected and I don't know if I missed something.
Yeah, I cannot start again.
No, I know, but what are you doing? Are you doing what do we have to do? To do what? To draw?
You have to draw the drawing in the painting.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to draw the portrait. This is the portrait we're gonna make. I'm gonna make it here.
Okay.
You know, this class is recording. And then remember to ask the person that sent you the email to remind the class.
Thank you.
email back, ask for a recording. Because we make a sketch.
All right, thank you.
You don't have the time to do it now again. We're gonna
That's
start with the portrait. We're gonna make the drawing of this face.
Okay,
All right? And then I'm gonna do it with you.
okay.
Let me show you. Let me show everybody. This is the portrait we're gonna make, correct? Okay. The first thing we are going to do is you're gonna make a middle line. A middle line vertical and a middle line horizontal. Two middle lines. They don't have to be perfect, but they have to be right. Okay? Now, if you see in this portrait, this is what happened. Sure. This is what happened.
Should we be using graphite or charcoal for the lines?
You have to use pencil. There is a material list that I sent. I don't say charcoal, I don't say graphite, I say just a regular pencil. Okay, or graphite, maybe that is graphite, but guys, when you register to the class, there is a material list, you have to check that. Same with the colors, you have to have all the colors the material list asks. All right? No charcoal, because we're gonna paint. The charcoal is gonna mix with the painting. Coming back to our friend, you see he's like this. It's not exactly straight, it's like this. Okay? That means that the middle line that I made is not the middle line of the face. I don't know if you understand. You see, the middle line, this is the middle line that I made in the canvas, is not his middle line. His middle line is in an angle. You see, his middle line is not exactly 90 degrees. Okay? Then we're gonna make, because remember when we made the portrait, we make the middle line of the face. Remember? And in this case, his middle line is in an angle. This is more or less the angle. That's gonna be the center. Why that is important? Because this is the middle line, correct? The eyes are making 90 degrees with this middle line. That's why this eye is higher than the other eye in terms that my canvas continue to be like this, horizontal, but because he is like this, you see this eye is higher than the other eye. All right? If I would be like that, it's no problem. but I am like this. And then I have to do 90 degrees. My eyes are doing 90 degrees with my middle edge, with my middle vertical line.
I think you're tipping the other way, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, okay,
Doesn't
but
matter.
I think you understand, correct? I can't do it the other way, but
You got it.
okay. I don't think it's very confused.
So you want us to draw the face like we just did on that angle?
Why don't observe how I am doing before you do it?
Okay,
All right?
okay, yep.
Perfect.
Got it.
Then we have to do the oval, correct? And then the oval, you see, is not, I don't have the whole face here. I have partial of the face. I don't see the top. I don't see the top of the face because it's the canvas finish, it's cut. All right? And then I'm going to do, according with the image, you try to do the oval. All right? And then you see that is here. You see, it's almost the whole canvas is the face. It's just a little bit here. Have a little background here, in this part. You have a little background here. And you have a little background here. Okay? I'm talking about the background part. Okay? All right. Then here in the middle part is the nose. This is the middle line. The nose is a little lower than the middle line, you see? And according with my middle line is more to the right side than the left side. And then the nose, I'm gonna use the angle middle line to put the nose here. All right. Let's do it a little bit. That is going to be the nose part. Remember, if I use, again, he's like that, correct? Sorry, like this. He's like this, and then the nose, you have to have an angle, a little angle, okay? And now this angle is going to be the angle of the eye. One eye is going to be a little lower than the other eye. Okay? We see that the eye, we divide the canvas in 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? The eye is in this square. It's exactly in the center of this square. See? And then the eye is gonna be here. And then I make this line, it's the same line, a parallel line like the nose. And then the other eye gonna be here. All right? Maybe exaggerate too much.
Wow.
This is gonna be, you see, I didn't draw the eyes. I just made the location of the eye. All right? The location. And after you can draw it a little better. One eye. And the other eye. The important thing is the distance between the middle line. The same distance one and the other one. All right?
Okay.
Maybe my nose has to be a bit bigger. I make the eyes too big. But you know the eyes are big in this composition. Look. Because it's a close-up of the face. And then the eyes plus the eyelid, they are big. It's almost the same way. The nose is a little wider than the eye. You see this proportion, a little wider than the proportion of, it's more or less the same. The width of the nose is the same than the width of the eye. And then let's control it in mind. To be a little bigger, the nose. Okay, now we're gonna make the eyebrows. Okay, we have this eyebrow here. This eyebrow here. Make it too high. Right? Yes, better? Then I have the beard. A big mustache. A big mustache. You know what? It's 11:30. Let's make a 5-minute break. I'm gonna put the image for you to complete the eyes and the nose. Okay. Complete the eyes and the nose, or have 5 minutes break if you need to go to the, drink some water. And I see you in 4 minutes.
Okay, so finish. So,
All right, guys. Okay, let's continue. You're doing the beard.
here.
Yeah, the mustache, the beard. Okay, I want to check on you. Let's continue doing a little more. And we have the mustache. You see the mustache is going down. It's going down this side too. And this is more or less the shape. This is the cheek. And it's a kind of triangle here. More or less. Yes? That is the shape I was talking about before. Okay, and this is the cheek. Okay, now we're gonna have we are not going to draw all these things because we're gonna paint that. This is different strokes. Okay, we're not gonna draw this. We're gonna just do the outline of the beard. Looks like his mouth is here. This red spot, I think, is the mouth. And remember, he had a pipe. That is part of the pipe. I'm confused for that. But the mouth is here.
Oh dear, what is this?
And this is going to be our guy, more or less. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna check on you, and every time I correct somebody, you're going to see things that maybe your drawing you need to improve the drawing. But I'm gonna correct everybody, and you're gonna see maybe you have to correct some things too. You realize when I am correcting somebody that you have to also correct your drawing. Okay, but I'm gonna go one by one. The important thing is the drawing. When we have already the drawing, it's gonna be easier to paint. We're just gonna focus in the painting, how to apply the paint. Okay? Then I'm gonna check on you to know how you made your drawing. Okay? What do you think, guys? Was difficult to do?
Yes.
Easy, difficult? Let's go to Nancy.
No, easy.
Okay, Nancy. The eyes are too small, too small and too close for that face. Let me show you. Let me show you. You see, you have the eyes, you made it too small. They have to be bigger. Bigger and more, bigger eyes and more distance separating the eyes. Because you made that part of the face too big. You see, it looks like this eye, you put the same measurement, the same proportion of this eye in this side, and the face is finished. But your face is too big. You see? You made that part from the middle line to the edge of the, what is the beard, too big, like I have my two fingers here. You have to reduce it. You have to reshape the shape of the face of your guy because you made this too big. You have to do it smaller. Smaller and the eyes bigger. The eyes bigger, more distance, the eyes bigger. And also you have these too long. There is he has a too long nose. Has to be shorter. That's it. Nancy, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bring the eyes down and make the face a little narrower.
Okay, do all that. I go to somebody else. And I
Okay,
come back to you, okay?
yeah.
Let's go to Bill.
Okay. So I'm struggling with this one, Pablo.
You have a problem? Okay. Yes. Yes, the eyes need to be bigger. They are too small.
Okay.
They have to be bigger eyes.
Okay.
Let me show you here.
Oh, yeah.
The eyes are bigger, and the eye, you see, this eye is in the middle of this square. There is a square here because we make two lines, correct?
Gotcha. Okay.
It's almost, you see, it's big enough. And also the distance between the eyes. The eye is bigger, and the distance between the eyes is bigger than the distance you made to separate the eyes. It has to be bigger. And also the nose, you made it too long, has to be shorter.
Okay.
The nose, you made it too long, has to be shorter, you see?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A little shorter.
Got it.
Kathleen. Okay, I think it's all right. You just have to reshape, do the beard part. Let me show you. You have to do this part. Okay, this part and the outside of the beard. You see, the beard is not so wide. See? That part, you see?
Okay.
You see, guys, look at the eye and look at the distance between the eye and the border where the beard starts. It's like more or less other eye, or less, even less. You see? And this proportion too. You have to do this, Kathleen, and that part too, the edge.
Okay.
Okay? Here you don't have, but here you have a little bit. All right? Dulce, how are you doing? Put it a little higher. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. I think you made it. Good job. Right. Dennis. Okay. Dennis, it's good. You have to just fix this part. Look. You made this part too narrow. It's a little wider.
Okay.
This part is in yours. This part is too wide for that. And then do this a little wide.
Okay.
Looks like you finished too much.
Got it.
You see, it's
Uh-huh.
wide.
Okay.
That part is this part is wide, and that part. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And then Robert. It's going down, Robert. Okay, maybe the nose a little bigger and the beard. Let me see. You know, yours your portrait remind me this author, Paulo Coelho, that wrote the writer, the alchemist. Remember the writer? Okay, this part, Robert, a little wider. And also the nose, you made the nose too skinny, a little bigger the nose and a little wider the nose, okay? All right, let's go to Lila. Okay. Looks like okay, let me tell you. You make this part too low, too big is this. You made it, compared with that one, it's too big. It's a little bigger than that, but yours is too big. It's coming to here. You have to make it a little smaller, that part, okay? It's a little bigger than the other one. Okay, it's going in this angle. Okay?
Okay.
It's not so big like you made it. Let's put that. Let's go to Rosalind. Rosalind. Okay, put it a little.
Can you see it?
I see it. Also, it's good. It's good, but it's a little, like I mentioned to Lila before, this part, you made it too lower. I mean, too big. It's not so big, it's a little smaller that, okay? You made it too long, a little smaller.
long.
Yeah,
Okay.
to exaggerate.
So,
Eleanor. Let me see Eleanor otra vez. Okay, okay. Okay, look, let me show you. The problem is it's not a square, correct?
Well, it used to be a square,
Used to be square, okay.
but
But
when
now-
I saw how everything came out, I felt I had to move the features around, which made
The feature's too small for that shape. Let me show you. But you see the border of the canvas?
yes,
The border of the canvas, you have a lot of space. The face finished and you still have space. There is no more space. The canvas finished here.
yes,
All
yes.
right? That's what, because the eyes, you have to do it bigger. But now, what you can do is, or you redo it again, or you fix it. What you can do is try to, you see the beard, you made it too wide. Make it smaller. Maybe frame it. Frame it according with this painting. I mean, put a limit in your canvas. You understand what I mean? Like, for example, you have to frame it according, put a limit. Otherwise, you have to do it again because you have empty space in your canvas. You don't have anything to paint there because the border is touching the face. You see, we don't see the hair. We don't see this part of the beard. And this part, you made it too wide. It's narrow.
No.
All right?
Yes, I think I should do it again, actually. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, or make the eyes bigger because you made the eyes too small for the size of your canvas. You have to make the eyes bigger because you see, in my canvas, I don't have more space in the I just go to the border.
Yes.
You see,
Mine
you have a lot of space here because your eyes, you make it too small. You make the eye, you make the eye like this, small, and then you have a lot of space. But if you make the eyes bigger, and then you don't have so much space.
I'm going to try, I will try that. And is the angle correct? Does the angle make sense?
Let me see.
Oh,
The angle is correct. The nose and the mouth is correct. You have to do the eyes bigger.
okay. Okay.
Especially the eye that is next to your face.
This
that
one?
eye is too small. You have to do it bigger.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I will try to make the whole thing bigger. Yes, by doing the eyes bigger. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. And then Mary. Go a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. I think it's all right. The only thing I have to tell you is good. It's good, Mary.
Thank you.
The only thing I have to tell you is it's not exactly an oval. It's not exactly the lower part, the shape of the face. It's not exactly an oval, you see? It's more like, because he has a beard, it's more like a square, the lower part, you see?
It's more
not
square.
Exactly. It's not like a slow oval. It's more like a, at the beginning, we made an oval, but after we reshape it a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Just a question, Pablo, if I may. I don't know if you finished with everybody.
No, I don't finish with everybody.
I'll wait.
But you wait or you want to know?
Whatever you want. I also did not go to the edge on both sides of the canvas. See?
Yeah. Yes.
So it seems so large already.
I'm gonna pay more background. Don't worry about it. Now,
Okay.
this part of the face is bigger. Let me. This part, you made it too small. It's bigger.
This side? This side? This side.
Look at me.
Your left side. Your left side.
The other side.
Your right side.
The
And
right
then,
side.
so his right side,
No, the other side.
this side, this side.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's too big or it needs to be bigger, you're saying?
What do you think? What do you think? I show you the picture.
It looks. I think I made it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It looks like I made it bigger, wider.
No, you have to do it bigger.
I have to do it even bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me again, please.
So,
Rosa?
sorry. Yes?
Show it to me.
So this side you say needs even to be wider.
No, 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 no. No, that side. Let me.
This side.
The beard part. Your cheek is correct. The beard. You made the beard too narrow here. It's huge. You see? You see where my fingers are?
Yes.
The beard. The beard part.
Okay.
Okay.
It's too narrow.
Yes.
Okay.
The cheek is correct. The beard part.
Okay. Thank you.
Bueno, Catherine. Catherine. No Catherine. Catherine. Hello. Beautiful flowers. And the portrait? All right.
What is that?
Okay. Looks good. I think we need to fix. We need to fix this. This should be a little bigger.
Okay.
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 Because that part, you made that part very correct, but looks like this is too smaller for that part. Okay,
Okay.
you need to do this a little bigger, a little lower, and a little
Okay.
bit.
Oh.
Okay. Beatriz. I see it. All right. Beatriz, there is a lot of too much distance between the eye and the border.
Okay.
Okay, you have to reshape that. Not so much, there's too much space between the eye and when the beard starts, all right?
Okay.
Let's fix that. The rest is correct. Entonces, María. Okay, looks good. Looks good. The right eye has to be a bit bigger. The right eye, yeah, bigger.
Okay.
The other one is bigger than that one. And then you have to
Okay.
do that eye.
Okay, thank you.
Marilyn. Okay, looks good. Looks good, Marilyn. Good job. Good job, Marilyn. Georgia. Georgia. Saint.
It's on cardboard, so it's hard to see. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it.
Oh, okay, cardboard. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I had. But
the drawing looks good.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. But,
when you paint in the cardboard, it's going to absorb your colors a little bit, but don't
Yeah.
worry, it's normal.
I don't think you'll be able to see it till the paint gets on.
No, let's see. I hope we start the paint today. Kathleen.
What do we talk about today?
Okay, I think it's all right. Maybe you know what, Kathleen, maybe what you can do is it's gonna look better if you put the nose a little bit higher. Your nose is like this distance is too long.
It's too
Made the
long.
nose too long. And then rather than here, you put the nose a little up. The same position, but a little higher.
A little higher, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Linda.
What on?
Okay, I don't see the whole drawing. I see, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it looks very nice. You fix that. Yeah. We are ready. Yeah. You gonna paint in the paper?
No.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'll do it on a canvas.
Yes.
I didn't realize. I thought we were supposed to.
No
Never
problem.
mind. It's
You have
okay.
to pass it. Don't
But
worry.
it's okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, thank
You have
you.
to pass it in the canvas.
Okay.
And then Marisa. Okay. It's better, Marisa. It's better. Just let me show you something to finish it. Just this part should be a little higher. This part, when the cheek finish and the beard starts, should be a little higher. You made it too low, a little higher. Okay? This one. You see? Ariana.
Yes.
Oh, my son Richard just called. Is Bill Hussey speaking?
I think it's ready. Yeah. Maybe you have to paint a little more of the background because you have more space.
Yeah, it's a 20 by 20.
Come a little close. Come a little close to the camera.
Let me shut the light out. That might help.
Hi, it's Bill Hussey calling. Good.
A little far away. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay.
I see.
I think it's okay. We don't see let me show you something. We don't see so much space here. You see just a little bit of space.
Okay.
You see, we see a lot of beer and just a little bit of space.
Okay, thank you.
And this side also, we don't see so much.
Okay.
Okay, Dorian.
It looks like a girl. This is such a hard thing.
Maybe do, it's okay. The thing is you make the eyes a little big. Maybe where you have the tape, you have to put the tape, the blue tape a little higher, and then you have some space for the forehead. So let me show you. Let me show you. You see, we have more space for the forehead.
Okay.
More space for the forehead. And show me again. Wait. Yes. Other thing we have to change is the beard is a little wider here. We don't have so much empty space, you see? We have a lot here and just a little bit of background.
Okay.
Here too. Here, especially here, you have to fix. And then Anik.
What's this?
Anik is not there. Iliana. Ahí está. A ver, Iliana. Bastante bien, muy bien. Looks very good. Yeah. Are you there?
Let's do it then.
Can you want to show me something else?
So I'm trying. I'm still.
Great. Richard, I appreciate your help. And what? Okay, cool.
Okay, well, everybody show me,
Friday
correct?
night. Tomorrow night is good. Tomorrow evening is good. Don't stress yourselves out. Okay.
Let me see. All right. Then one thing we have to do too to finish the drawing is this part. Okay, there is a connection with the nose and the eyebrow, you see? This part, see? Right? Yes? And we have the nose, we have the center part. We just make one side and we have the other side. See? The center part, that part, and that part. Okay? It's better if we draw it now. The other part, and this is the center part. I know we have all the lines we made before. All the lines we have before, we have to maybe erase it. Or...
Oh, I have a headache.
All right. You see it now? How the nose is? It's just to organize the nose, because when you paint it, there are 3 different colors, you see? The center is lighter, the other part, and this part is very dark, correct? But it's divided in 3 parts. It's divided in 3 parts. Yes? Okay. Now, before to start to paint, we
have time to paint. Ready.
you see there are some lines. Okay, let me tell you. This artist probably, rather than draw with a pencil, he drew directly with the paint. He drew with a small brush with black paint. He made the drawing. We cannot do that because it's our first painting. And then we draw it with a pencil. But we have to reinforce those lines. You see, the line of the nose, the lines, a little bit of the eyes. You see the lines? You see the lines here? It's a black line. Not everything, but some parts we have to do this black line. Okay? The eyes, and in the eyes, in the forehead, and in the nose. Then for that, we need to do it before the painting, not after. We need to take a small brush, skinny brush, Yes? And we are going to reinforce those lines. I'm gonna do it with you. With black paint. And then just put some black paint in your palette. Just black paint. You put your brush in the black paint. And we're gonna make those lines. According with the portrait, you see. You see, I wanna make the lines in the face, the lines in the eyes. You see, he has something here. Okay, finish with the eyes. Now we're gonna make the nose. These black lines in the nose. Okay, I think. It's more or less the expression, the lines of the expression. And we have to reinforce it now. Going to be the beard. Okay. Yes? It's with a very skinny brush and just some black. It's not everything, it's some parts. Some parts, according, you're gonna see it here. You see some parts like the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, the limit of the face here, the parts that I reinforce here. All right. I don't think makes sense to put all the colors and start to paint because the class is gonna finish soon. Then what we can do is we can paint the background. We just put some green, white, and red, and we paint the background. What do you think? Also, this needs to dry. The black that we put needs to dry a little bit. But we can paint the background. Then everybody finish that? Everybody finish with the black lines? See? No? Yes. No. Ah, Nick, how are you? I couldn't check on you. Okay, good. Muy bien.
Almost done with the lines.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you can put it, rather than go to each of you, you just put it in the camera. I see all of you with the lines. You made the black lines in everything? All right, but yeah, all right, perfect. And then this needs to dry a little bit, but what we can do, good job, everybody. I can take a picture of that. Keep it in the front. Let me see. Perfect. All right. What I said is because the class is going to finish soon, doesn't make sense to put all the colors in the palette and everything. But don't worry. We're going to paint in one class. In one class, we finish the portrait. But we have the drawing. We have understand a little bit how to draw a portrait, a frontal face. But what we are going to do now is, you see, we have a little of background color here. You see, this is, in this case, it's a green, a dark green. And this case is like a kind of brown green. You see it? Then let's make those colors before the class finish. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You're gonna use cadmium red, and you're gonna use a little of green, and you're gonna use, where is it? And some white. Okay, these two and white. Red, not so much. I know you are.
Pablo, who did you say this painting was by?
Laurent.
I'm sorry?
Who is the painter?
Okay.
Who did you say this painting was by? Self-portrait of
I
who?
know you have a lot of questions, but I am just doing a demonstration. I can answer you later that, okay? I just put the colors in the palette.
The portrait. Oh, question, I just want to know who this is.
Red, you put a little green.
Okay,
You-
so
you
can you
Put yourself in.
Those are crimson.
Okay, I made a green, you see, like a brown green, mixing the green and the red. Take it, brush, paint it. Maybe so a little more of green. Okay, I made that part. Now I'm gonna make that part. That part is a little lighter. You see, it's a little lighter than that. That part is more dark green, and that part is more like a brown. And then what I'm going to do is, to the color I made before, I add some more red. And I add a little of white. And I made a brown. Maybe it's too light. Yeah, it's too light. I think I need to add a little of yellow too. Put some yellow. Okay, I have the color. I apply the color. All right. Okay. Let me answer in the question about the artist that made this painting. The name is André Derain. André Derain is one of the Fauvists. It's a movement post-impressionist, after the Impressionists. A movement that the painters use a lot of strong colors. Between them was Henri Matisse. And this artist was André Derain. And remember, this is a detail of the painting. The whole painting is this. This is the whole painting. He made a portrait of Matisse. This is Matisse. The person that is in the portrait is Matisse. They paint each other. Okay? But remember, we are doing this because, especially for next class, you want to see how apply the strokes, how you make the stroke, how apply the paint. Because we have to apply the paint according with the face. Like if we, it's going to be like this. It's like, suppose you take clay, and with clay, you are doing a head, a face. You are modeling the clay with your fingers. And this is what we are going to do with our stroke. We are going to give me these different feelings, this different shape of the face with your strokes. Okay? That's why I choose this painting, because it's going to make you understand how to paint the face, how to do the different areas of the face. Okay? As I mentioned before, next class, we are going to start putting the colors in the palette, and we're not going to start to paint. Maybe for the people that are beginner, I'm going to make a brief reminder about color, the color theory and the color practice, very brief, and how to put the colors in your palette. Okay, there is an order display of the colors. After we do that, we're going to start and finish the painting. Okay. I'm sorry if it was too much information, but I really want you to know how to draw a face, to know how to practice. You can practice with yourself. You put yourself in the mirror, try to do the same method. The egg, the line dividing the face in the middle. Okay, the line dividing the face, the shape of the neck, the different proportions. Remember how we made the first drawing? You can practice. You can practice with anything. It can be a picture in a magazine, but it has to be front. Not like this, no profile, front. Okay? That is what we are making. Practice. And I know you're excited to do the painting, but do it with me. This one, do the painting with me next week. All right? After to do that one, we are going to, you can do more by yourself. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was a little excited. I was a little like, you know, I wanted to finish in 2 hours, and I didn't want to get longer. That's why some of you interrupt me and say, no, don't interrupt me. I'm sorry about that. All right?
It's great. It's great.
Thank you, Pablo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And I see you next
Thank you.
Thursday.
Thank you, Pablo.
Thursday at the same time, okay?
So
Have
Thank you.
the material ready because we're gonna start to paint. All right? I'm gonna show you how to put the palettes, the colors, the color display.
Pablo,
Thank
can
you.
I see the whole painting, just one shot of your whole painting before you go? Yeah.
You
What
mean
you have so far. I just want to take a picture.
Yeah, we can't see the other side of it where you did the lighter green. Can you just move the camera?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I just make the green here.
One second.
In here, and the other green is a little more browny. It's a brown green. It's like this, you see? This side is green, and the other side is a little brown. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Join me. Thank you to join Ulay Arts for the class. I hope you have fun. I hope you learn.
Yes.
Again, I'm sorry if I went too fast today, but I just wanted to accomplish.
It was good.
Going, be ready for the next class. All right?
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys, everybody. I'm so happy to share with you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
You, Pablo.